We are live. We are live. And it is good to see people on already. Guys, we got some really good stuff to talk about today. Super Dave, Angelo, what's going on, buddy? Slick, Muskrat, Uncle Bill, what's going on, man? Devon, Sid Lewis in the house. James Womack, I got to come see you this weekend. I got so tied up this past weekend that I couldn't make it your way. But it's guaranteed that I will make it your way this weekend, this coming weekend. I got a nice package for you. Catfishing Crappie, what's going on, man? Glad to see that you could join us today. That's awesome. Hey, y'all see that name right there? Catfishing Crappie. This guy's a YouTuber also. Y'all be for sure to check him out over there. He's almost to that threshold of becoming monetized. It'd be nice to see him make it all the way. Catfishing Crappie. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Super Dave. Bud Crisco. What's going on, buddy? Camo Joe in the house. If I can find his comment, Darian Jackson. Yes, sir. Rankin. Starting to bite 55. Yeah, that's that magic temp. The growing days, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, you got a good it don't matter if you got a boat or not. If you got a good bank spot, you need to be hitting it up. Right now is that time. Don't be waiting on middle of March or red buds and all of that stuff. I'm telling you, right now is the time. Crappie Craig. Stick steer cables installed. Come on, man. Hey, it's that time. You're gonna miss out. You better get that boat taken care of. Hey, it's a great time to be on the water, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a great time to be on the water. You got that catfish and crappie cord. Kenny, what's going on, my buddy? Yardley Kennedy. Angelo, Chat Jock, what's up, buddy? Slick, Slab Killer, Roy Dale, Mello, Red River Rob in the house. Yes, sir. All right. Big O. Kosi, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Kosi. I don't mean to jack your name up, but I'm still going to holler at you. Leslie Thomas. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Vito in the house. Man, am I glad to see you over here. Major Brown. Ford. What's up, buddy? Good to see you hanging with us. Fishing with the Chad. Appreciate you joining us, buddy. Outdoors with Angel. I fish shallow water rivers and haven't found any 4 to 9 foot. Move around. Move around. I promise you. Move around. Or even just cast out a little bit. If they're not on the bank in the shallows, they're right there. They're right there. It's guaranteed. Lil, how's it going? Ever notice that our Lake Houston crappie seems smaller than other? I do not. I think they're bigger. I think the Lake Houston crappie run bigger. They run a lot taller, usually thicker. I love that lake when I'm fishing the tournament because it has quality fish in it. There's not just not a lot of 3-pounders, but hey, 2.5s, 2-inch. Hey, that lake is stacked with some really good fish. I got on some really good fish. Actually, the past 2 weekends I got on some really good fish. Dale, what's going on, man? Fredo, good to see you, brother. Thurston in the house, yes, sir. Cornell. Been catching some slabs in Arkansas. Yeah, hey, it's that time. You will miss out if you're not on the lake or getting to the lake right now. Thanks for joining us, Vicky. James Dockery in the house. Great looking Jig. Oh, yeah. Hey, you don't know something? Me and Bluegill was talking a little while ago. I tied these jigs about a year and a half ago, and they are still in my box right now. They have not been wet. They have not been wet. And I know they're going to work. That's some of that automatic right there. Black Rain, you got that Camaro together? This dude's building a nice. Hey, I used to be in paint and body, so I admire this guy's channel. He's doing that flip flop painting over there. Some good looking paint, good looking work he's doing over there. Madison or Rankin County. Bull Shows in the house. What's up, Larry? Sheldon, yeah, hey, I tell you what, and that's the grass in the lake that's turning it that way. And let me tell you, it got a funny smell. So if you go to that lake, have a buff or something to where you don't have to breathe. It's a really strong smell while you're on the water. But hey, it's not gonna stop those fish from biting. It won't stop them from biting. Ace 225. Awesome. Which jigs were you using? Ace, what jigs were you using? There you go, Corey. It's that time. I mean, it's just been an awesome bite, and just about everybody that I've talked to has been doing really good. Definitely bigger. Hey, Joe Poole got some slabs over there too. Do it matter what color jig you use during the spawn? Uh, when it's hot and heavy, I'd say no. Uh, but I'm still finding that certain colors outperform others right now, and I'm talking about with slight differences. And it's all about visibility. It's all about visibility. The lake I fish down here, Lake Houston, mainly, is a pretty stained lake. So I'm just it's like I tell everybody all the time. That lake has trained me to go through the steps, and I don't skip steps. Not on that lake. You can't. It will put a skunk in your boat really quick. Uh, and here after a while, I'll be these are 3-inch baits. These are 3-inch limits tackle split tails. These are going to be fire here after a while. I'm planning on dropping these this coming weekend if I can get on the lake. It's supposed to be super windy, but these are some big old these are some big baits, 3 inches long. But those crappie will eat them up, and that time is coming to where they're not gonna want anything down there by that, where in their face when they're getting ready to spawn. So the bigger the better, if you ask me. Going in the morning. I wish I could join you. Elton, what's up, man? AWF. I'm jumping around everywhere right now, watching them starting to stack up. Yeah, that it's the time is now to be on the lake. I'm telling you, if I like it a challenge, but right now it's the easy season. Easy season. There are a lot of pros this time of year. I see I got Steve hanging on over there. We're gonna bring him in. He's been killing some killing some crappie over there. Mike Bryant, buddy, I'm really glad to see you join us. I'm gonna bring Steve in. Look like he's doing some work over there. Look
How's it
like you're
going, man?
busy again. How's it going?
Good. How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Good,
Over here
good,
talking
good.
about crappie.
Oh yeah, it's a passion.
Without a doubt.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing some little 1/32 for my hand ties.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
can't stop the hand ties, man. It's blessed, man, nonstop.
Yeah. Vito, I tell you what, man. I've caught. I know 3.5 pound white bass or sand bass, as a lot of people call them, on Lake Houston, and I'm willing to bet that they're in the creeks right now. And talk about a fight. Them things put up a fight like you wouldn't believe. Timothy G. Dead River. Major Brown. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, we only got 26 likes. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button, because we're going to talk about some stuff that's going to help you put more and bigger crappie in your boat tonight. We are.
Yep.
Best place to go in Texas. Anywhere I'm gonna wet my jig is I'm gonna classify the best place. Actually, I claim Fort the best crappie lake. It's just that it's way too far away for me to visit. It is the one time I was on there, I fished with Steve, and I absolutely fell in love with that lake because it's my style. It accepts my style of fishing very well. It's an awesome crappie lake. Television pilot. Rankin. All right, let's get caught up on these. See if we got any more questions going on. Going to Lucy. Oh yeah. Hey, just all I can tell you, man, is right now, these fish are in and out. But if you the video I post this weekend, if I can get it ready, will show what I talk about when I say get on the outside of a creek. So the mouth of the bayou is probably going to be the best place for you to be right now. I mean, there are some fish that are up there in the shallows, but if you want a consistent bite, I'm gonna advise that you get just outside of where you think they're spawning at. If you see some structure that's up there in 2, 3, 4 foot of water, back out a little bit, get on that drop off right there, and fish that a little bit, because that's where I'm finding my best spot. I'm not up that shallow. I'm still in anywhere from 8 to 15 feet of water right there, and I'm gonna tell you, I found them stacked up. I mean, they were. Now the trick is, we'll talk about here in a little bit. There's a little trick, because these fish are not wanting a lot of action on their jig. So I'll get a little bit more in depth with that here in a little bit. Chuck Adams, Lamar, Alabama in the house.
Cool.
Vacation starting in 3 days, man. I know you've been on a working spree here lately. You're doing worse than I am with this work. I went crappie
Yeah, I'm
fishing
gonna
and
fish
ended
with
up.
Bill next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bluegill and red ear, hey, that they feeling just fine for crappie, in my opinion. Indiana water 41 to 43. Hey, y'all get one good day, one good warm sunny day. Be ready. I promise you. That water don't take long to heat up. It don't take long. Y'all still got ice up there, Chuck? Any ice anywhere? Natural colors of black and chartreuse. Yep. You sent me the blue and gray hand tie. I have been. I think you may have got. Did you get the 5 for 5 ace? Blue and gray. He may have got the.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the
Oh,
bluegill.
I know. No. You talking about that old school gray. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to think about it for a minute. Hey, let me tell you. I've been tying that jig so long that it is unreal. And it's known as old school gray. That was before I started tying the gray ghost. And I'm going to tell you, I let everybody see that gray ghost. But it was rare that I talk about that old school gray. When LBG get back on, I might have to let him fill you in on that. That jig is special. I promise you that. What lake is more special, SK, JP, or Weatherford on a scale of 9 3/4? Hey, I tell you what, you're gonna fight through a bunch of small fish on both of them. But I'll tell you this, both of them got some slabs. I've fished Weatherford quite a few times, and I'm gonna tell you, I've caught some monsters out of that lake. Same as with Joe Poole. I fished with the guy Crappie Fishing on here that got to go by the handle of Crappie Fishing. Oh, I see we got Catching. We got Catching too. Let me throw Catching in here because he could talk about some of this stuff too.
Yeah, Joe Poole. I've caught many double limits on there. A lot of fish.
Yeah, and good size.
Yep.
What's up, Catching?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Can you hear us
I
good?
was running a little late.
Oh,
What?
there ain't no such thing as late. There ain't no such thing as late on the late night crappie chat show.
Yeah.
You look a little dark in there where you're at.
Yeah, and I have a really bright light over here. I don't know why it looks so dark. You know what? Let me take I got another light. Let me try another light here. Wait a second. Let me grab back. I put more light on it.
Yeah, I like Joe Poole. I never fished Weatherford yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh man, it's not a big lake. It's not a big lake, but it is a good fishery. Yeah, Pat knows it well. Cyclade Pat knows it well.
Weatherford?
What's going on, Mr. B? Yeah, Weatherford.
Oh yeah, pretty good lake. A lot of crappie.
Very good lake. Yeah. Wow.
2 feet a week. 2 feet a week's gonna be tough.
That's a lot of water.
It's gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
It'll mess up the spring
Dallas.
routine.
They are hard to pattern. Yeah, they're gonna be in and out. I mean, we still having some bright, sunny days. Even being right now, it's so windy that it's gonna make it hard to fish anywhere. But hey, finding those protected banks.
Super Dave.
It's very easy to get on some really good fish right now. At least 20 crappie on the
Oh man.
Hey, let me tell you something. The next video, hopefully I have it ready this weekend. Feel very, very lucky you got those jigs because they are out of sight.
He was the first one to get them.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, and those jigs are hot. I'm gonna tell you, they super hot.
I just poured. I'm gonna give a sneak peek of some 2-inch I poured.
Yeah, I'll be by there tomorrow to get mine.
Hey, I'm gonna pour some 3-inch too.
That's what I'm looking for. Hey, did you see the jigs I was showing a while ago?
Yeah, yep.
Those are 3-inch.
Yep.
Hey, it's gonna be that time here in a little bit.
Yep.
It's really gonna be that time. Hey, those old spawning fish get up there. They don't want nothing. I mean, a small jig work great too, but hey, I like the way they hit those big baits.
They're gonna hammer it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I see you. Look at him showing his pretty picture off of that big old. That was that black crappie, wasn't it?
I think that one's a white actually.
Oh, really?
That's a white one. But if you want to see that jig in a black one, I could arrange it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add blue. Let me add bluegill real quick.
That was actually the day. Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I think you muted bluegill.
Hey,
what's up, I got you.
What's up, Steve? What's up, kid?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Trying to make it.
I'll tell you what. Hey, catch it. Fill us in on all them big old slabs you was posting the past few days.
Let me tell you a little bit about that. Those two that I just showed they had that split tail, that limits tackle, kind of a clear not quite a monkey milk. It's a little clear, but it's got a lot of sparkle in it. I dropped that Saturday in shallow water because it was one of those situations where I was getting it handed to me fishing deeper. I got my line broke by a fish in about 12 feet of water, fishing mono on a light rod, and that was the only bite I got. And another crappie fisherman standing there, and he's fishing the iron cross 2 poles at a time, and asked him if they were biting when I got there, and he said, "Yeah, right at daybreak, I caught 3, all of them about 8 inches." And I said, "Oh, not good." And he said, "I ain't had a bite since." It was about 8 o'clock. So I fished for a bit, and I hooked a few fish when I moved. I didn't hook any there. I thought, you know what I got to lose? I'll go fishing 4 or 5 feet of water, see what happens. Man, I mean, first drop, I got my rod about ripped out of my hands, and it was later in the morning, so I only caught about maybe 5 or 6, but they were all big. It was black, white, and I went, I bet I know where to be first thing in the morning tomorrow. I'm gonna be here. And I went back and same gig, and I was using hand tie for the most part, but this fish here exceeded the lake record by 1 ounce. And I caught several that were nice. I caught a lot of nice whites that were right close to the 2-pound range. And to be real honest with you,
what kind of boat were you out on?
I was not
what
in
kind
any
of
boat. See that jig?
What were you doing?
I was
how
not
did
in
you
a
catch
boat.
him then?
Well,
how did you catch him?
Man. I'm with you. You can spit from where I'm standing to the boat ramp, and I caught the lake record there. Okay.
You weren't on a boat?
I mean, I was not.
You actually caught those crappie off the bank?
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. It's like you said. If you move the jig, you weren't getting a bite.
Exactly.
You better be sitting dead still. I don't know why they wouldn't touch it if it moved it. If I raised it, they didn't bite it. If I lowered it, they didn't bite it. But if I stood real still for about 30 seconds, they tried to jerk the pole out of them. I had 2 rods. I was slinging 2 at a time. I put a rod in each hand and started ripping them good. I didn't just keep a whole lot of fish under a limit. I kind of ice chest was pretty full. They were big.
Yeah, those some nice fish.
They really were. There were a lot of fish in the upper 1 range, and then that one over 2, and it was a pretty stellar day. I broke out a heavy rod with braid, which I don't very often do. And
thought you ain't like braid.
I really went to hurt. I don't like it, but boy, I went to hurting them. I hurt them with it.
Hey, let me holler at Super Dave real quick.
It ain't my thing, but I put a hurt on the
Super Dave. I
Sure.
can't show them. But what I will do is send you a pack of them. How about that? We'll talk tomorrow on crappie.com. Hit me up tomorrow. And that jig right there is fire too.
Yeah, that's a duplicate of something that you tie, and but I'm not kidding around. I said I was slinging them 2 at a time. I really was slinging them 2 at a time. I mean, it was on, man. Okay, it was first light for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer. I kind of just got tired of slinging them. But heck, I even went so far as to put
hey,
a float.
SK, do me a favor. This guy Kurt just said, "Can you purchase from Limits?"
Yeah.
Hey, have him send me give me his contact info. I'm going to send him a free sample pack.
Okay.
Catching
dropped off.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, I'm going to send you a free sample pack, man, for supporting. You know what I mean? Yeah, he don't have Facebook.
There you go. Oh, he don't.
Email, yeah.
Well, you know what? I hadn't did one with your I didn't even
phone number.
Oh, he says if you're not on Facebook.
Yeah, he's not on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, contact SK and he'll forward it to me, and then I'm gonna send you a free sample pack, Kurt.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Let me get back to the banners.
That way he can check them out.
Yeah, send me an email at SK's Crappie Catching Adventures, and I'll forward your contact to Steve.
Yeah,
and you'll be able to get in contact.
Stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. We love supporting the crappie world.
There's one giveaway for tonight.
Yep.
Reef Rob, I really appreciate it. If you guys have not yet, please hit that thumbs up. It means a lot. Let me get Ketchum back in here. Let him finish his story. I know he's itching to finish telling his story. Hey man, what you kicking yourself off for?
It did something. I don't know what it did. It took me to the duck screen and asked me if I wanted to log in or something. I don't know what it did. I'm not sure. I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. Tried to back up. Now
You're
it's
right.
gone. You don't back up in here. You back up, you're gone.
Yeah. Leslie, you got that right, buddy. Hey, but I've been telling everybody, I mean, just if they're not up there shallow, find that drop off, find some structure on that drop off. They will be there. They are wanting to be on that bank right now, so they are very close to just about all of the spawning areas.
Well, let me tell you something real quick too. When I got there, which I see this frequently, but when I got there Sunday, I got there substantially earlier because I knew if I got there earlier, it'd be a good bite. When I walked up, fish rushed off the bank. I mean, they were right up. I mean, right up by the water's edge and went busting out the deep water as soon as I walked up. And I went, "Ooh, it's about to be on." So I put
Shallow
it out
water
there.
can be tough.
Well, they
Shallow water can be
bolted
tough.
and ran. They didn't come back. They left, but they stayed in about 5 feet of water, and man, it was on.
That's right.
Yes, Weatherford is a good lake.
Yep. I need to make it out there.
I need to make it
It's
up
got
there
some
with
good
y'all.
solid fish in it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever topped about 2.5 there, maybe 2.8. I think we've got to 2.5 there before. We've caught a lot of big fish in there. I believe
without
the
a doubt.
3 pounders in there pretty regular.
What was that? A couple years ago, where I caught that big old salamander out there. I think that my picture's still on the wall out there. I mean, on their website.
Might be.
Last I checked, it was still on there.
We were over by the marina when we caught that one.
Yeah.
Were we by the marina?
Yep.
Yeah, I do remember. We caught a couple of really nice fish over there that night. But but yeah, I've heard tell that they're in about 5 or 6 feet of water in several lakes around here lately.
Right.
I heard some report today, another lake they were in about 6 foot of water. So
Hey,
they're ready. I imagine. Go ahead.
hey, I'm catching about 2 foot of water.
Oh man.
I'm talking about shallow. If you can get that jig in there, that water covers their back, you just drop that jig right. I'm talking about right there, and they gonna hit it.
Yeah.
If
Steve, you want to answer that real quick?
Yeah, PayPal. Yes, you place an order, I invoice you, and then I'll work the order. Romero.
Yeah. I snuck up on bluegill, and when I tell you, hey, he could have been standing on a bank with a 1 foot rod and fishing the way he was fishing.
They literally get on the bank. I'm talking about. That's why you see them stalks, them cranes. They be literally getting males off them banks like that. They be right there in at least 2 foot of water. Sometimes less than that.
Right.
They be there.
Right now is the time.
Well, that's what makes them so spooky. That's why they bolted when I walked up, because they probably thought I was fixing to try to poke one of them.
Exactly.
But at any rate, yeah, you guys got water temperature probably about 5 degrees more than us, so you probably do have a whole lot of fish on beds.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You probably got a ton of fish on beds.
Yeah, but
so you got a gray ghost? You got a gray ghost over there, Steve?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, because here
Chat Jock want
some cool morning.
Yeah. Didn't mean to cut you off, bluegill.
Oh, you good? Go ahead.
No, I'll show it while he's talking.
Okay, go ahead, bluegill.
No, I was just saying, like, here the last couple of days, the wind been blowing, and we're in some, like, what, 40s early in the morning. Been kind of real cool, late at night and early in the morning. So I think them fish been bagging out, and around about 1:30, 2 o'clock, they've been kind of easing back in there late in the evening. Then daylight saving time coming up. So I think that's what's going on. Be cool early morning, late night cool, and early morning cool. But in the evening, I think the bite is better in the evening time right now. That's in Houston too, that I know of. It might be different somewhere else.
Hey, Steve, you see this comment right here?
Use
The
your
one I got
website.
posted on. Yeah, I hear tell you about right there.
Yeah, almost. I actually got an email for an order today, and it's not even working yet.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost
Miss
there. We just
Bertha in
got
the
to straighten
house.
up the colors. Yep, straighten out the colors, and yeah. But people, I'm gonna post it probably tomorrow on Limits Tackle, so people can just go check out the colors.
Yeah.
And we'll be adding more.
Danny, the last I was on there, 57 to 59. Water temp, Lake Houston.
Yeah, I was in 53, I think, degrees Corsicana last weekend.
Yeah.
So it's getting there.
Yeah. Corey, you'll have to close out the chat, the live chat, and just underneath the video, you'll be able to see it. And after you click that thumbs up, you can click the live chat button to come back in the live chat. What was that catching?
Oh, I don't know what the water temperature was because again, I wasn't in a boat. But
Can you stick your finger in it?
I know the jig felt like I'm telling you, the jigs felt like ice when they came out, and it was 36 with frost on the ground when I got there. Now, bet you, like LBG says, I'll bet you if I'd have got to fish that thing an hour before dark, right into the dark a little bit, I'd probably hammered them just as bad, if not worse. Because I'm pretty sure they probably got pretty active by the end of the day. It was pretty warm that day.
I imagine
and like you said, that water temperature might go up 5. That water temperature might go up 5 degrees during the day pretty easily sometimes.
Yep.
Especially
on a sunny day.
Shallow water too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them people are out there in 20-foot of water saying the water's 55 degrees. They need to go back there in 5 foot of water. They may be pretty surprised at the water temperature, maybe 10 degrees higher.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's some fish rushing. To beds. We need to be thinking about a west run. I was pretty far west on those fish.
I hear y'all got a trip planned.
Hour and a half from town here when I caught those Saturday and Sunday.
I hear y'all got a west trip planned.
One thing's for sure, I believe those fish are probably.
You don't want to talk about that, huh?
Probably on fire over there. I'm gonna try them. Well, it's kind of one of those lakes we don't really talk about.
Hey, sports car junkie. Let me respond to this guy here. Sports car junkie, hit Steve up. If you're on Limits Tackle, he can hook you up with the rod, the reel, the string. He can hook you up with any jigs you might need. If you want to get into hand ties, he got starting vice kits. He got professional vice kits, Chanel.
Thread.
He got
everything.
One-stop
shop. Just get in contact with Steve. And if you're off the bank, you will need some floats.
Yep.
Steve, you might need to look into doing that, getting some balsa floats.
Probably so. It's a good.
I talked to a guy the other day. He makes them. He makes his own floats in Fort Worth. I'm gonna get with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a line of custom crankbaits. I'm getting a couple samples made. A couple days, I'll have some custom crankbaits, crappie crankbaits.
Right.
And a lot of guys use them.
Cool.
If you're fishing if he's fishing Kentucky Lake, he might consider going over to crappie.com and visiting over there. There's a lot of those boys fish over in that area.
Without a doubt. I agree.
I don't know much about that. I don't know, but I just don't know much about that part of the country. But I know Kentucky Lake is a pretty popular place for crappie fishermen. A lot of them on that other board over there. That crappie.com board's got a bunch of people from there. I think they do a lot of spider rigging over there. I'm not really sure about that.
We're gonna talk about spider rigging here after a while.
I imagine you could find them off the bank if you know what bank to be on.
Yep. The bank that gets the warmest.
Yeah. Hey, Bluegill.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
you see that? You see that comment right there? Hey, it was brought up for me to show old school great while ago. And you got to be special. You got to be special to see that jig.
Yeah.
The guy that questioned it, he's a real good guy. So I told him I'd send him a pack. But
That was Super Dave, wasn't it?
yeah, Super Dave. Yeah, but there got to be some secrets left in the crappie world.
Yeah.
we let out a lot of them, but there got to be some secrets.
Hey, that's real. Hey, he barely gave it to me. It took him probably about 5 years to let me see that jig. We were still fishing the tournaments on Lake Houston, so he wasn't gonna give it to me. He wasn't gonna give it to me. He gave it to me after the tournaments. We stopped doing the tournaments on Lake Houston. He finally showed it to me.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you see that?
It's a real good jig. It works. It works.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
He says it's now working, Steve. He said you're good to go.
Okay.
I slam in 3 foot flats as soon as ice out. Without a doubt, 4-degree. See, a lot of people want to say that it's water temp, but that me and Ketchy talk about that a lot. What about the crappie up north where the water temp don't ever,
right.
It's middle of the summer before the water temp get in the 60s. Those fish are done. To me, what I look for is the length of days growing. Those days start growing, those fish are heading to the bank.
Yeah, they got to. It's in.
It's professional. Somebody asked a professional crap. I think his name's Todd Huckabee. He's a professional, travels around. He told somebody I know when he asked him what
62?
temperature they spawn at, he said, up north, that's pretty warm.
That is very
up
warm.
north and far north, he said ice out, they bite 40-degree water.
Yeah.
He said they move right up and get it. So I believe that in some of these lakes, they're conditioned to just spawn at whatever temperature it is. It's not necessarily real important for them to be in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah. Steve does have Instagram.
Yes, I have Instagram. Look up Limits Tackle,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pictures on there.
Hey, you want to talk about Saturday, Steve? We got.
We're gonna look at the weather tomorrow and make a call. It's kind of. I think the last time I seen was over 15 miles an hour.
How about that for EX8? He say he only make friends with people that don't eat fish. That way he gets to keep their limit.
Yeah, the wind's gonna be high. I don't want to drive 3 hours and it be over 15 miles an hour.
Hey, it's been that too.
Yeah,
it's been that real bad.
Yeah, really bad.
Chuck,
I tell you what.
Today, I know the wind was. I went out.
Chuck, I hope those fish never make it down to the lakes I fish. I hear that they can be really tough on the lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They on some.
Tell you what.
Already.
Oh really?
Yeah. I done had one jump in the boat with me.
Wow. Man. You know what? If they did make it down here, man, those buzzards gonna eat real good because I'm gonna do everything in my power to get every last one on the bank that I can.
Yeah, they bad, man. They will scare you jumping into the boat. They will.
I've been intending to talk to him about that. He will be a great candidate to come on here. That guy can just flat out catch fish. I'm not for sure if he stays up this late, but I have definitely thought about asking him to come on. I'm not even for sure if they even come and watch the show. Those guys, I'm not real sure what's going on with the people on Lake Houston. I mean, back in the 4 or 5 years ago, we'd have daily conversations and several people. And but ever since the tournaments have went way down, it's just not what it used to be. Louisiana, I think you're on fire over there. You're in the same category with us right now.
Yep.
Should be, or maybe better.
All right, Mike. Appreciate it, Mike.
Have a good one.
Did I get? info about the crappie tournament on Lake Fork. Are you talking about the one that Steve's going to put on, or?
There's going to be one this weekend. Let me see the date. Crappie Anglers of Texas got one either this weekend or next weekend, a Saturday. I think. And then Crappie Fest. It's the 27th. A Saturday. You bring one crappie to the weigh-in.
Oh yeah, the single fish.
And if you're lucky and you catch a 3-pounder and you're the only one, you'll walk away with a check for about $12,500 minimum, $12,500. One fish. They're going to give away thousands of dollars on giveaways. So they do it every year. It's the largest single fish tournament in the United States. So Crappie Fest, they're going to pay the top 20 crappie that gets weighed in.
Cool.
CrappieFest.com, I think.
Steve, talk about you had a trip. No, you didn't get out this weekend, did you?
Yeah, last weekend I got out.
Last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a lake in Corsicana. It's called Lake Halbert. Mm-hmm. I've been there 3 times, limited out, a couple hours each time. Basically, it's just all the fish are roaming. 15 to 18 foot of water, and then fish will be 11 to 13 down. And they're just out there by themselves. I'll pitch to. I like to keep the fish about 10 foot away when I'm catching them. I'll use 11-foot Kevin Rogers. That's what I've been using the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll pitch to one fish, catch him, put him in my live well, come back, and there's 2 in front of me. Pitch to him, catch one, bring him back, and it's nonstop. 2-pounders every time. Every trip I've had a couple 2-pounders. So look for maybe Friday. Look for a big fish giveaway on Limits Tackle. Guess the weight of the biggest fish of the day. Might have to go west Friday. I'm still. It says 14 miles an hour, but it's a small lake, so I think it could happen. South wind. What do you think, Ketchin? 14 miles an hour south wind.
I think it's. I think it's pretty open land around there, and we're going to be on the north bank. Might be kind of. I don't know. You're good at the trolling motor. I ain't.
In my opinion, a south and a north wind is never predicted right. It's always double.
Yep.
From what I've seen over the years.
I hate to drive 2-3 hours for a heavy wind.
Right.
Well, wind speed, they seem to miss the wind speed a lot. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. They say 5 miles an hour, and you get out there and it's 15. You know.
Yep.
Today, exactly. I don't know what the wind speed was. You might have saw that picture I showed you a minute ago of that bass. I don't know what the wind speed was, but I mean it was howling out there when I
bet you gusted to 25.
Yep, 25. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of y'all have experience with those? Y'all have any experience with those fish finders that you can use off the bank, ones you cast out?
Oh, the bobber ones?
Yeah, the ones like a bobber.
The eye bobbers?
I don't.
Yeah, like the eye bobber, and there's another one too.
Yeah. I've used them. They're pretty effective for cheap. You know, so I mean, you wouldn't think so, but they work pretty good. You know, Ernie's got one. We used it a few times. They really are only good predominantly to tell you what depth the fish are and if the fish are even there.
Right.
But they will work. They will work. I've used them a couple times.
Bertha's in the house.
Send a little picture to your phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You can use saltwater rods, but in my opinion, you need a long rod.
Yeah,
you don't have to have a long rod, but a long rod gets that jig farther away from you. In my opinion, I mean, I know some guys that strictly cast and retrieve for crappie and do very well, but that's just not the technique that I use. So you can use casting gear and catch them, but. So, Steve, you were catching those fish in open water over there. And let me tell you, that's why I want live scope, because those
structure, fish. Yep, just and a lot of them were just sitting there.
Yeah.
My next trip, I'm gonna record a bunch of video for Live Scope. I'll probably even go Facebook Live and let everyone see what I'm seeing. It's incredible. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just suspended, waiting on
there you
bait.
Go, Lamar.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go, Lamar. I'll tell you what. That's a special type of fun. To have to, I think they call it sniping or something.
Yep.
Ain't that what they call it? Yeah, it's fun.
Chase a fish from 60 foot away. It's unreal. It's unbelievable.
Yep. Stretch with that forward view.
Yep.
Out 50 or 60 feet. Just scan it around, and you find your target and head straight to it. Sneak up on it.
It's like a video game.
It's like a video game. They have that Deeper is another one. Deeper Fish Finder.
Oh, okay.
Redney in the house. $4 weeks. Sorry to hear. Oh, okay. You talking to. Okay, what kind of technique would you use? Retrieve from the bank. I'm gonna let Ketchin fill you on that because I'm not sure if you've seen all of those pictures he was holding up a while ago with them big old slabs he's been getting on. That guy's a professional at fishing off the bank. I don't know anybody any better than Ketchin for fishing off the bank.
You know, what I would say this time of year, I'd be probably similar to LBJ in that, and this time of year, if you're below the Mason-Dixon line, I'd be most likely having a float above a jig, especially from the bank and being blind. You don't really have any electronics. I'd be using a float and a jig and probably have the jig about 2 foot deep. I'd fan cast it and crank it back real slow. Don't twitch it or nothing. That they can't stand it. Steve knows. He's seen it on live scope. They can't stand it. Just going by them and just leaving them. They just can't stand it. And especially if it's moving real slow. And I have very good luck with that. As a matter of fact, I fish at night sometimes, and I don't even use the light on the float. I just keep the line tight and keep it barely moving, and you can clearly feel the bite. With a pinch on float, you only have one contact point. They'll hit it hard. You'll feel the bite. I do that. I used to do that a lot at night and off the bank. But yeah, if you do that during especially late in the day, early in the morning, and at night, floating the jig, man, will be pretty deadly right about now. Especially if you, like I said, fan cast if you're in an area that you know has fish, and just crank it back real slow. Sometimes they like it twitching, but that's usually when the water's warmer.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'd have a floating a jig about 2 foot deep and barely move it. As a matter of fact, I caught a big female black crappie using a float and a jig last weekend, and I just said it. I decided I was going to use one rod instead of two. I was fishing with two, one in each hand. I just set the thing down randomly in the water, watched the float while I fished with the other one, looked back, and the float just slowly, just sitting there. I never touched it. I never moved it. It was just sitting dead still in the water, and then it slowly went under after a couple minutes all by itself. And that fish didn't even take it down far, just about 2 inches under the surface, and just sat there holding it in his mouth. I looked over and went, "Well, I'll be, you know what?" Right? And it was a slab. It was a big female black crappie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that a lot of times sitting dead still. One lake in particular we used to fish a lot, Benbrook. You could fish about this time of year, about 4 foot deep and 5 or 6 feet of water under a float. Just pitch it out there and sit down and rest. Keep an eye on the float. Eventually, you're going to glance over and it'll be gone. I did that at Lake. You know what, Steve? By the way.
Okay.
Pitch out a couple of floats on them and just let them sit there. Don't even touch.
Who has the biggest fish in Dallas Fort Worth?
Daydream a little bit.
Who has what, Steve?
The biggest crappie in Dallas Fort Worth, you think?
What lake?
Any lake in DFW. Who has the biggest, you think?
I say 4.
The fish. According to
you saying which
fisheries,
Yeah, in Dallas Fort
Well,
Worth
if
area,
you're
not
talking
East
about
Texas.
in the immediate,
Just immediate area.
yeah, immediately, yeah. Well, according to the fisheries biologists, the ones that trap the fish and do all that, right? I talked to him in depth about it. He told me two spots in particular had really large crappie. One of them you won't believe. It's in downtown Dallas, a little bitty pond called Bachman Lake. He said it was full of slabs, but he said nobody. I think they have motor restrictions and all kinds of stuff over there. It's right in the heart of Dallas. But he said it was loaded with slabs. Now, what he told me about Louisville was very interesting, and he told me that in the area he did, which was 35, basically the 35 corridor west, he said in these lakes here, which would be Benbrook and Weatherford, Eagle Mountain, Lake Worth, and Louisville, a few of those he did some others too. He said Bachman was just one they did for fun, but he said that they put a fish trap out at Louisville one time and came back in the morning to check, and it had over 50 fish over 2 pounds each in it.
Wow.
He said, and by far, that was the biggest bunch of big fish they've seen together on any lake. 50. He said there was 50 something. I don't remember the number, but they were all over 2 pounds. And he said it was pretty shocking that there were that many over 2 pounds. That tells me there's probably some bigger fish in there. But I don't know. I don't fish Louisville.
Who wants to see some new colors I poured today?
But
who don't?
All right,
who don't?
let me grab them real quick.
Oh, me. I'm sorry.
Hey, Catch it. Answer this question right here real quick.
Yeah.
What about colors right now? He lives in northern Arkansas.
Well, I'm sorry.
See the comment right there?
I'm telling you right now, man, this is that time. Yeah, I do. This time of year, it's hard to go wrong with bold, man. I mean, sometimes just a really nice refrigerator white with a pink head, or maybe a bright orange like a carrot with a sharp tail. You saw that Christmas tree jig I was pitching. That thing's ridiculous looking. You wouldn't think anything could touch it. A bright red head and I don't know. Let me show you that jig. You wouldn't think much would bite it, but I tore them up on it the other day. I would say if it was me, I'd be looking for bold, bright chartreuse. Can't go wrong with that, man. Right now, I mean, they if it's visible, and higher visibility on high contrast, bright colors. I'm just telling you. Yeah, you got some gaudy color in the box that you never.
I imagine being from Arkansas, he probably got a lot of cypress trees in their lake. And I know Brown works real good being from Louisiana.
Yeah,
That Brown works real good in that dark colored water if they got cypress trees. I imagine he has cypress trees in the lakes up there in Arkansas. So that dark brown, like
I bet they do.
Works real good up that way.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over a few I poured today, which is pretty cool. This a copper with a chartreuse tail.
Hey, hold your hand behind it, Steve.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, copper with a chartreuse tail.
That'll work.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you got some of that chartreuse, man. It's just popping. I mean, you don't see that often out there.
This one's a copper with a pink tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Then I did that platinum with an orange tail. No, this is a gray with an orange tail.
That's it.
Sweet.
Did a lemon lime. Let me show that. That's a killer.
Hey, that right there is a must-have.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Pink and white. Pink with a white tail. Somebody that's on your live, that was his order.
Oh, really?
And this is the one everyone's been waiting on. A 2-inch split tail.
That right there.
That turquoise. 2-inch split tail.
That right there is fire.
Nice.
Hot off the press. Then
if y'all want to see how that jig work,
Ethan,
I'm gonna try to have my video done for this weekend, and I want you to see some of the fish that I caught on that jig. Brown orange, yes sir.
Yep, brown and orange. Then I just did a a lime, straight lime.
Cool.
White and chartreuse, and then copper and orange. And then I'll show you some of these hand ties.
That's what a lot of people want to see.
These are going to be on the giveaways. I'm going to do all these are for giveaways tomorrow. I got a handful of them.
Awesome.
I'll show them one at a time. There's about a dozen. Got a copper jig head, orange body, white tail.
You paint the heads now too, huh?
Yep.
Cool.
Not for sale yet. These are going to be
just for giveaways. Okay.
Yep. Orange head, bluegrass.
Cool.
These are all 1/8. Orange with an orange disco head. Got a plain head, gray with a white tail. That's a killer on Lake Fork.
Yeah.
Super nice. This is one of my favorites here.
Oh yeah, that straight shark. Green is
all green. All green. Basically, green head, green body, green tail. Lime. That's going to be my limerita.
Key lime pie.
Yep. Then we got another one, kind of like a brown purple head. A green, kind of green Chanel with a lime tail. This one's a killer. Lake Fork. At daylight, this one's a killer.
Oh yeah,
purple yellow
killer.
Yeah. That's all look like them right there.
Yep, exactly. That's a killer on Lake Fork. Then once that sun gets up, go to a gray ghost. All you need. Then we.
So you mean to tell me? I'm going to mess with you a little bit. You mean to tell me you got different colors for when the sun's up and when the sun's not?
Yeah. Bluegrass with a kind of like a gray head, powdered with some sparkle in it.
I hope the people caught on to that.
Brown head, white body, orange tail.
Yeah.
Then I got basically a gray ghost with a pink head. You never know.
I did that before. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Hey, plenty of time. That's my go-to jig.
Yep. Orange head, white body, bluegrass tail. And the last one, that's a bad joker there.
Was that disco?
Yep, disco green body, and a chartreuse tail.
Yeah, that's sweet right there.
So that's a dozen of them I'm going to be giving away tomorrow. I'll probably split it in half.
Yeah.
Let a couple people win.
Where are you going to be giving them away at?
On Limits Tackle Live tomorrow.
Facebook?
Yep, Facebook. So
cool. So any of you guys that are here that are on Facebook, y'all, we'll start probably around the 7-8 o'clock range.
Yeah. Then I got these. These are the kits. You get 25 hand ties for $25. It's a 1/8 kit right there.
Wait a minute. Say it again.
You get 25 hand ties for $25.
Wow.
You can't beat that. That's a 1/8 and then the 1/32 kit.
That is a deal.
Yep. These 25 jigs will catch you over 100 limits. You know what I mean? Easy. Yep.
I've seen some very good fish caught on your jig.
Oh yeah,
the 5 for 5, even the 5 for 5.
Last year there was about 35 3-pounders caught.
Yeah.
Yep, and half of them boat flipped. So
yeah.
Then I'm gonna stop painting. This is a crinkle jig head. It's called Crinkle. It's pretty cool.
Right.
It's hard to see, but it's a new paint they have. It's called Crinkle.
Yeah.
What else? I'm doing jig heads with Steelhead hooks now. This is a Steelhead hook right here. This is a number 4. And these things are, if you think my other J hooks are strong, these things are a monster. They will not bend.
Yeah.
You're going to pull a tree up before you bend the hook.
Hey, I've tried bending them. You can't. You gotta have. If you're gonna bend that, you're gonna need some pliers.
Oh yeah, and then I even do stuff that other people don't do. I do a 1/16 with a 2/0 sickle.
Wow.
For them big baits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. 1/16 head with a 2/0 hook. That's the bass guys use it. You know. Yep. And then there's another bait. That's a 2.4 inch firecracker.
Oh yeah,
All that glitter in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, show them my hot bait. What's hot off the press?
Oh yeah,
man. Hey, I don't think they understand this jig right here. It looks like nothing. Hey, wait until this weekend when you see that video I put out.
Turquoise with a split tail. It's a 2-inch split tail.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a killer.
And I even used the sample jigs that we did. You know, we did the ones with the black tail and then the ones with the sharp tree. All of it worked.
Sid said he caught 20 fish off the first giveaway I did with them. He got it. And he already caught 20 fish, and that was last week.
That was last week. Yep. Last Wednesday.
Yep.
He's
already put 20 in the boat on it.
Awesome jig.
And I bet you he's only used one of them so far.
Yeah. I was saying to myself that the people that won those baits, they may not know what they got.
Right.
Because they're working awesome.
Yep.
For bobber and jig, what retrieve is best for tying or trying to find a guarding crappie in the muddiest water? Slow. A slow retrieve.
Very.
Right now,
maybe let it sit still. Let it sit still. Maybe 30 or 60.
I used to night fish. I don't recommend.
I'd drag it about maybe a foot.
50-pound crappie. Yeah, that would be cool.
Speaking of 50-pound crappie, they just certified the 4.4 pound 5-ounce crappie in California as a new state record.
Oh, really? Yep. Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yep, from Clear Lake. Yep, black crappie certified. So, monster of a fish.
Catching uses several baits.
I don't have a specific bait. I'll be honest with you. If I have something tied on and it was working the last time I was on the water, no matter where I decide to stop at and pitch it, I might just pitch it again just for grins. If it don't work, I usually, in my pocket is typically your standard stuff. I usually have some chartreuse, some white, some pink, orange, a few different colors. I'll have something natural in there, a pearl, maybe like that silver, that platinum that Steve pours. I'll have stuff like that with me in my pocket. And anybody that crappie fishes, I can tell you that you can be pitching the wrong color and never get a bite and change colors, and it's on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is the platinum right here. That's it right there. Yep. This is a 2.4 inch platinum.
That's just that kind of.
It has sparkles in it. Yep.
There's going to be some people to get some of those from last week's giveaway.
Right. Did you? Oh, you haven't announced it yet.
No, I haven't. I need to go ahead and do it because I know there's going to be some people that
yeah.
You got any more of them clear with the gold flakes in them?
That's what Kenzie caught that big.
Hey, I want some.
I caught a big fish. I caught a big fish.
Oh, check this out. I got this one too. I got to pull it off the rack. See, if it stays on the rack, that means it's. If I pull it off the rack, you got to be.
Let me answer that question right there.
It's a gold with a pearl tail.
Hey, that's automatic right there.
Yep.
I did a whole video.
Nice.
That's an inch and a half.
Little inch and a half split tail.
Yeah.
There's about a half a dozen
slabs on that thing. I did a video with that one.
This is the only I got left. A half a dozen of them.
Yeah, I got you on them bluegill if you want some.
The clear one.
No. Those right there.
That's yeah. I know.
I got some.
He want the gold dust.
With the flakes inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
that gold
check
dust.
this one out. You like gold? Check that out.
Gold
with a purple tail.
Yeah.
That's a 1.75 stinger.
You see that?
Hey, look at that jig. That's the one you talking about, bluegill. He even put a gold head on.
Yeah,
that's the clear with the gold.
That's that one you're talking about. Well,
it was on fire.
Yeah, I got that's a gold plated head. It's a pretty head, but that's a great bait.
It is.
Hey, I want to answer this question. They say, how big do crappie grow each year? I really don't know much a Oh, nice. I like that. I like that.
This is my blue ice.
Top and bottom thing going on a
blue
lot.
top with a pearl belly.
That's
a split tail. That's
a
killer.
Yeah, that's
Lake Bardwell. Killer.
I think I need some. I need some. But on this, hey, on that growth rate thing that they were asking about, I was told that it's possible in southern waters, and up north is a different story. They got a shorter growing season, I think, and that's what causes fish to grow slower up there. But down here, I was told by the fisheries guys that there are some lakes here in Texas where they get from 0 to 10 inches in 1 year's time.
Oh wow!
So they can get legal in a year's time. Now, I was told by a guy who fishes for crappie a lot. He's considered a guru, actually, and he's not well liked, but he is a hammer dog. And he told me he believed a 2-pound fish. He told me he believed 2-pound fish were no more than 3 years old. White crappie.
I agree.
On whites. And
I agree.
He might be right. They grow. They just don't ever stop eating. They never stop eating. I mean, they may rest for a minute, but it's the minute their eyes are focused again, they're sticking something in their mouth.
Yep.
You know, and sometimes, you know, if you avidly crappie fished, you caught plenty of them that had shed just pouring out of both ends of them.
Yep.
And they're still eating. They just
hey,
they just
watch
don't
it now.
rest when it comes to feeding much.
That's that mud you talking about. That ain't, you know, leave that mud alone.
Well, there is some there is some mud involved.
All right, this guy here, I think he's directing this to Bluegill, and I'll see how Bluegill answer this. Then I'll throw my 1 cent in there.
Well, basically, I was telling about the hand ties. We actually do, you know, which one to use, hand ties or plastics, which I've been using both.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
They might bite for a while on the hand ties for a little bit. You change it up to the plastic, you know. As like I might vertical for a little bit against the tree, then I might put that popping cork on. At the same time, it's like a double-edged sword, you know, what the fish want. You got to give them what they want. Sometimes they want the hand tie, sometimes they want that plastic. So whatever one is jumping right then, that's the one you're going to go with.
Roadhog, if you want to get some baits from Steve, man, just hit him up on Facebook over there, Limits Tackle.
Yep.
He'll get you taken care of.
I'm going to close down probably till after spring break. So I got enough orders to finish out the week, and then I'll open up after spring break. It's spring break next week in Texas. So I don't know about Houston area, but I know in Dallas-Fort Worth it is.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah, so I'm going to close for spring break and open next. I need to get me a 3-pounder before this stuff's over.
I need to get some gold flakes in before you close up.
All right, tomorrow. They'll be on the way to Houston tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, hold up my jig again. Old turquoise.
Yep. 2-inch split tail.
That is the hottest bait on Lake Houston right now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. That thing's a monster. I can even hold up a piece of paper behind it.
It don't take me long to cut a jig off, put another one on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a monster.
That's a beast. Those fish are in absolute love with that.
And I'm gonna do some gold. I'm gonna do some purple and some blue tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, when you're making those, you're taking and just adding a touch of green to it. Does that have a touch of green in the actual plastic?
Hey, we can't be giving those. Leave that one alone. That's proprietary right there, buddy.
I want to modify it.
I even have some chartreuse glitter.
Hey, Steve, you got one of those with the black tail and the chartreuse tail there?
Yep, got it. Hold on.
Yeah, Catch is talking about he wanted to modify something. Let me show you something, buddy. I'm the master at modifying.
Hey, I want that. I want that leaning a little towards the chartreuse side, same clear, a little bit chartreuse with a little.
Well, you can already see that
silver flake in it.
Well, no, you can't be changing none of that other stuff. You got to build your own jig, man. That right there is a hardcore SK special right there.
I have to change that. I'm gonna be changing.
This is the straight up 1.75 Stinger.
Yeah, hold your hand behind it. There you go.
Yeah. And then I'm going to show you the. Now this one's the one with the chartreuse tail.
Oh.
Chartreuse tail.
You want to change that catching?
And this one's the secret one. We can only show this one for about 3 seconds.
A little.
With a black tail.
Beast.
The super secret, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on to your rod.
Hey, on this question
and
right
we might even sneak it and put some red eyes on it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. This question right here, let me tell you, I go from a 1 inch all the way up to a 3 inch. These fish are special. And sometimes you can go out there and throw anything at them, and anything will absolute work. But then there's those days where you got to be on point with what they're feeding on, and it could be from a 1 inch to a 3 inch, or even bigger. Oh man, look at that!
Look at
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Deadly, just deadly.
All you need is one bait for the whole day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Deadly.
One bait.
Red eye. Call it the red eye.
I was talking to Justin about that yesterday. I don't know, maybe Sunday, Monday. He said, "Golly, them limits tackle baits, they're hard to get on the hook." And I told him, I said, "Yeah, and they're hard to get off the hook too."
Yep. I had one guy said
they're tough,
when he was putting the bait on, he was bending his hook, putting it on. He was using a light wire. Actually, hook was bending, putting the bait on.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, CSA lost.
Well,
he lost
it's extremely
3 on a tree.
Oh man,
he lost 3 on the tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, one, or maybe it was that 1 on 1. No, 3 on the tree. Yeah. Hey man, you tell it off on where you fishing it.
Yeah, Sid's in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, really? Okay,
yep.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm talking about on them banks.
Yeah, I met him.
Water.
I actually delivered baits to him in Mississippi.
Oh, really?
What kind of service? Cool right, where's the service you're going to get like that?
I
drove to Mississippi just to give him his baits. Yep, on my way to Grenada, I dropped him off.
Double chili cheese. You may be able to do that in a year or so with me. That's going to come. I've been talking about that guiding for so long that is unreal, and it's coming. It can't happen right now because I'm not licensed. I don't have the insurance and all of that. But hey, it's going to happen, and when I come, it's going to be correct. And I don't have to tell you you're going to catch some fish. I'm not going to tell you you won't know how to catch fish when you're done. I mean, I'm not just going out there to slaughter fish. I'm going out there to teach and give you something to take with you that'll last a lifetime.
Yeah.
What color was on that copper head?
The hand tie, it was a copper. It was like a green, I don't even know what color that is. It's like a new age green with a lime tail. I just got this lime feathers in, and I think it's going to be a good one. Like this lime Arita is that lime green feather.
Yeah,
it's good. It goes good with that chenille. Muddy water, man. This thing will show up. You know what I mean? Feet away. Another thing I was going to talk about is on when I was on Halbert last week on open water. I noticed that the water you could see about a foot. So when I held that jig on that fish, I would keep that jig a foot away from that fish, and they would strike it harder than being inches away from them.
What
jig
jig?
I was
jig did
using
the best for you?
a gray ghost with I have a fiber material tail. It's called Polar Flash.
Yeah.
I don't have one. And I tie a lot of my jigs with this synthetic material, and it reflects in the water real good.
Yeah.
And if I kept that jig a foot away, them crappie would chase it. But
You
if
want-
I
you
had
wanna
it
know-
inches away, that crappie would try to turn, and I think he was too close. And
Yeah.
and it was too close to him. So I'd keep it away from him. Oh, and he would just chase it down.
Yeah. You know what I seen in that hand tie you was catching them on? I already knew. I just questioned you so you could explain it to the folks they know. What
I wish I had one.
But what I seen in that jig was a little bit in that tail of the color that's in that new bait.
Yep, exactly.
And I don't know what it is about that color right now, but it's hot.
I've used the same hand tie for 3 limits on that lake, and I still have it on my rod. Yeah,
open water. Hey, that saves a lot of baits.
Oh yeah.
4-pound crappie in California, they feed them a bunch of something. I don't know what it is. I wish I'm not for sure if it's good for us what they're feeding them, but that was a giant.
Yep, I got him in 1/16. I do 1/32.
It was a hybrid. It wasn't a straight.
I do 1/64, 1/32, 1/16, 1/8. Whatever size you want. Same colors.
That's right, catfish and crappie. Those fish will eat a huge bait.
Oh yeah.
That's why a lot of the bass guys
with a 3-inch bait.
Yeah, a lot of the bass guys catch, and they're throwing baits for bass.
Yep.
Hey guys.
Yes, sir.
That crappie, that 4-pounder was caught by a bass fisherman. He wasn't crappie fishing. He wasn't crappie fishing.
Oh, really?
He was bass fishing. By the way.
I didn't hear.
Hey,
I
listen.
didn't hear.
Yeah, he wasn't crappie fishing. Hey.
Oh yeah. I've heard
I got
that.
about my battery warnings coming on. I'm about to lose. Yeah, so I'm gonna end up having a bug out, guys. My battery's about to quit. Hey, listen, SK, if you don't mind getting in touch with me, give me the information for whoever I'm mailing that stuff to from last week, by the way.
Okay. We're gonna talk about it here very shortly. Very shortly. I need to go ahead and do. We just been talking about so much good stuff.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead. If you want to do it right now, we can.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
I got to roll.
Okay, we'll catch you. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Just send me the info and I'll mail them out. Okay?
I will.
All right, take care, Ketchin.
All right,
appreciate it, brother.
It was fun, man. I got to roll.
Friday.
All right,
go make plans for Friday.
Hey, let's go hammer them. It's hammer time.
Yep, somewhere
I'll look
Friday.
for you. See you, man.
Later, brother. All right, so we still got to do this. I'm not for sure. I hadn't seen one of the guys that won last week. But see if you can see those numbers. How can I do it? Get it right. Get right. Yeah, I should have wrote it on a bigger piece of paper. I should have wrote on a white piece of paper, but I didn't. Is it going to work? Can you see it?
No.
No.
Can't see it?
No.
No, that green screen, I think, is messing with it.
Yeah. I shouldn't have wrote it on this or chartreuse paper. But the first number for Ketchin's jigs was 28. And the second giveaway, which was those platinum split tail and stinger tails that I did, was 47. And when I looked through it, and it's like I say, man, I'm dead on. There ain't no slipping on this one. So for the Ketchin jig giveaway, Ford 2004-21 won. He's the winner of the Ketchin jig. So if you would, Ford, if you're still here, I know I seen you earlier, send me an email at SK's Crop. I'm supposed to be changing all that, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy on Wednesdays. I need to try to do this on a.
I gotta
say
SK's.
Yeah, SK's Crappie Catching Adventure. Don't forget the S behind the SKS Crappie Catching Adventures at gmail.com. And I will get your either your contact or mailing address to Ketchin, who will send you your baits. The second winner of the platinum split tail stinger tail baits with a handful of painted heads is Cosie Robinson. Cosie. I'm hoping I'm probably jacking that name up left and right. But Cosie Robinson. So if you're here, please send me an email at SKs. Don't forget the S behind SK, Crappie Catching Adventures. Now, I'm not for sure if he's either of those guys are here. I hadn't seen.
How many people we got on live right now?
95.
Oh, cool.
Hey, there go Coach Robinson. He just popped on.
Okay, yeah, I see him. Yeah, cool, awesome. Oh, we got to do something too because there were 2 giveaways last week that were not claimed.
All right.
Yeah, so and it's special. So you guys that are still here, we're gonna do that here shortly. I won't stay on 2 hours tonight. Hour and a half is the max. We're at at an hour right now. Hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, hour and 20. Yeah.
Hour 20 minutes. Yeah.
Do the giveaways now. That way you won't miss out.
Okay. And I think I don't remember what jig it was. You did a giveaway that they didn't claim too. I don't remember which jig it was. I have to go back and look at it.
Let's do a pack of the secrets.
Okay.
Secret.
Man, that's fire right there. Hey, you can't. Hey, I gotta have a good stash.
We're gonna do. This is what we're gonna give. We're gonna give a pack of these away. You know what? Let's make it 2 packs. These guys stay up at night, support us.
Yeah.
The split tail. You're gonna get SK's turquoise, 2-inch split tail. You're gonna get 2 packs.
That's fire, y'all. I'm telling you. When y'all see that video this weekend, I'm telling you, if I get it done, 360. I'm not for sure what the price is on it. I looked at them a long time ago.
Yeah, I paid $800 for mine when I had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He asked how much it would help him.
Oh, help him. What area does he live in? Houston?
Yeah.
Help him use it?
Yeah, catching fish. How much it would help him catching fish?
Oh yeah, it works pretty good, but I would invest in the live scope. You know what I mean? If I'm going to spend the money, I'd invest in live scope.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you call BBG Marine, the owner's name is Brian, and tell him Steve from Limits Tackle sent you. He'll cut you a great deal.
I talked to Brian yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you thought I was playing. I know you thought I was playing.
Yep.
But no, they're out, I think, until April 2nd.
Okay.
But that's on a 10/22.
Okay.
I'm not for sure.
What was the price? You remember with the live scope?
No, he didn't. I didn't even get a price. He just told me that it was out.
I think I was looking at about $2,600 for everything.
Right. I was looking at it 2 different ways. I'm not for sure if I'm going to keep my hummingbirds up front for my side imaging and down imaging in 2D, and then just have a unit for live scope.
Right.
Unit. Yep. I may go with that route.
Yeah.
But then I get on your boat and you got, I won't be able to get a 16-inch. That ain't gonna happen.
You don't even know how much that graph costs. 6 Gs.
I know.
Yeah, $6,000.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
I spent $10,000 for a graph and my trolling motor.
Yeah.
And accessories,
Right. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with
I'm getting ready to drop $6 more grand on graphs. I'm gonna do a live 16 and then a live 12.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta go with the live technology. I mean, hummingbird. I mean, I'm not gonna wait. I'm ready to do so. I mean,
what's the latest they're saying now?
May. I heard a guy on YouTube. I looked at it today, yesterday. One. He said he talked to what's that? Ray Marine? Is it Ray Marine? Whatever. And he said
Russell Marine Products.
Yeah, Russell Marine Products. They had a thing on YouTube today or yesterday. A video with the guy on there saying he said no about May.
You want to know? You want to know who asked the question? About when what was the deal with Mega Live?
Who?
To Russell Marine Products. It was actually on Mark. This guy Mark. Catfish and Crappie. It was on his channel.
Oh,
they were on a live on his channel.
Oh yeah, I did watch that.
Yeah. I asked.
Oh, I see it now. I see it. Just put it up there. Okay, I looked at that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that.
Mega Live in May. I spoke. Yep. I asked the question that, and I'm gonna tell you, I put that question up there twice, and when they finally seen it, they had a big old smile on their face because I was like, oh, it's one of those questions.
And that's what they're told. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you can't blame them. You know, that's what they're
right.
told. So
Yep. We don't know yet. I mean, we're still trying to gather guys up that want to fish it. You know.
Yeah.
Let's do one this summer. Let's do a big Lake Houston tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at this comment right here. I'm gonna tell you, man. There are so many people that tell me that I don't. Why spend your money? You don't need it. But let me tell you something. That video I put out last weekend, this past Sunday, I do that just about. Well, I'm not gonna say just about every trip, but there's a lot of trips where I got to work my tail off out there to find a good bite. And I know I'm passing over all these channels and cuts and drop offs and places where I know these fish are spinning. I can't fish for them because I don't have that live technology. I can get those fish easily when they're stacked on piles. And most of the time, there's going to always be fish on piles. But you just got to put that work in to find out what pile, what depth, and then figure out what they're going to want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's a lot of work going into being consistent. And I tell people all the time, I'm not talking about going out there catching fish every now and then. I'm talking about consistently going out there to catch fish.
Yeah.
So 16-inch screen. Yeah, you're right. Hey, let me tell you something, man. It's awesome. Without a doubt. How you guys doing? The question I have is, can crappie be caught by Yeah, without a doubt. Casher, no bobber. I'll tell you this. When you see this, when I finally settle in on a solid pattern this past weekend, and I'm gonna say this before I explain that. That was this weekend. There's been 3 or 4 days since I've been on the lake. That this pattern could have changed Monday or Sunday. The pattern could have changed, but the big thing that I'm hearing from a lot of people right now is these fish are not wanting any action. And I'm gonna tell you, you watch that video that I put out this weekend, you will see that if I don't know if you watched the video that I put out last pre-spawn or spawning season, to where as I say, all you got to do is lay your rod down. That was the absolute best technique this weekend. That's what I settled in on. I didn't have a choice because I get a jig, any action, the bite was nowhere near as good as holding that jig still.
Right.
That's my take on it. Oh, cool. Hey, send me an email so we can exchange contacts. I don't think we have. Just don't forget. Oh yeah, no doubt. It's like I say, when I do it, I'll be doing probably every other trip, or possibly even on the same trip. Just turn it off. I'll tell you now, I really do enjoy the challenge of having to go out there putting that work. I mean, it's a lot of people think that I'm crazy for saying that, but it is. I mean, the job I have is a very challenging job, and if it was something that was easy, I wouldn't have any interest in it. 73. Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That 16 do a lot more than what that TV gonna do. Stinger, I mean, proof 15 3. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. You did. Yeah. Yep. Terry Bostic in the house. Is that the fun? out of it. The search. Yep, I agree. But I'll say this. I mean, live scope makes it easier to see the reaction of the fish. You still got to hunt and know the areas to go to find good fish.
Yep.
And I'm talking about quality fish. I'm not talking about 8, 9, 10 inches. I'm talking about finding quality fish and enticing them to bite. I mean, I'll tell you now that I still see a lot of guys that got live scope, and they'll be right there on that fish. They put their jig down there, and then they're lost.
Yep.
They get their jig close to that fish, and then they don't know what to do.
Still gotta use your techniques.
Yep.
That's right.
You gotta use your techniques.
33 years and have never.
Number one's location. Location.
That's correct.
Yeah, I agree, Lisa. I mean, it's technology has just made it easier. Is all it is.
It's lazy.
And it's expensive. You know what I mean? You think about it.
Yep.
And don't hit a tree on your thing. You'd be crying.
Oh, you ain't joking.
Yep.
Be ready to load it back on the trailer.
Yep. I've broke my the bracket a couple times on the lake. Wow. I keep 3 spread brackets in my truck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chuck, I tell you what, me and Steve was talking about that when we were out there fishing, and we analyzed that situation.
Yep.
And came up with there's a specific fish that is spooky like that. More times than not. But those open water fish is what we determined was just crazy. I mean, those fish were 12 to 15 feet deep. And if I plop my jig on top, put my jig in the water, if it plopped into the water, that fish will spook.
Yeah.
So, but I have also witnessed a fish that was on structure, and I put my jig down and applied a really good action to it, and it woke him up. He was in search mode. It came directly to that jig and smacked it.
Yeah.
So I think it's more the open water fish that get spooked more than anything else.
Yeah.
Get 12-22. What do you think, Steve?
If you can afford it, 12-22 is the way to go.
Is it better than a 10-22?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 12-inch versus the 10-inch.
Yeah.
Same graph. Yep.
Okay.
Just 12-inch.
Right.
You're gonna spend a little more, but it's worth it if you can afford it. I basically tell everyone get the biggest size you can afford.
Right.
Everyone has. Everyone. Yep.
I'm also gonna get that 24-inch thing.
Oh man, there's a guy with a 22-inch.
I heard about him. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I'm just joking.
Yeah. That was $11,000 for that graph.
Wow. Yeah, Red River Raw, and that's one of the reasons why I want to go ahead and get. Now, I'm pretty familiar with it already, but I just want to get the boat control, approaching fish down, and showing videos that I have some knowledge that's useful.
Right.
To those that, so when I do start guiding, they know where to come. Sitting here in class, awesome. Appreciate it, Slick.
Yep. Appreciate the support, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, man. I'll wait till you do these giveaways, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
I still got another hour of work.
Wow.
Another hour in the lab.
I got to get up at.
Silver flash.
I start at 6. I got to get up at. I leave the house at 5, so I get up around 4:15. Yeah.
Tony, you're gonna have to catch that replay, buddy. We didn't went over so much stuff. I'll tell you.
This is the recap right here. Only thing you need to know right here. This bait. And he getting ready to give a couple packs away.
Right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
SK special.
Yep. Turquoise.
That's good.
16 feet, and he couldn't stand the pressure. His eyes was pushed out. Yeah, I've seen that before too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll now I'm gonna lay out the way we do these giveaways is you enter the video, the giveaway this week, and to explain to everyone that we cannot accurately pick the winner tonight. So come back next week. We will accurately, if you're the winner, you will receive those jigs. Okay. We had ran into a issue where there were so many people that actually won that we were missing over that I wasn't happy doing it with letting the folks know. Right. And it's only a week. Okay. So how many do you want to do? How many giveaways did you want to do?
I'm going to do that turquoise.
The turquoise?
Yeah.
Okay,
how many
Steve?
people on? 1 through how many people on?
Oh, we just jumped down to 89.
Okay.
SK Magic. And I'm going to write a number down, right? You can't see that number, can you?
No.
So we got, it's back up to 90 now. Hey, Leslie, I'm not sure if you weren't on. We that's still up in the air right now with the way the wind's been blowing. It's just it won't be safe to get out on the lake right now. So Steve may not come down.
Yeah, we'll announce it. We'll announce it somehow.
Yeah,
probably tomorrow, right? We go live tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, probably announce it. Yeah, because I was going to go Friday. We'll talk about it. We'll all three talk about it and see what you guys know the lake better than I do.
Yeah.
Hey, Conroe, Conroe can be tricky.
Yeah.
Hey,
and we want to enjoy ourselves. You know what I mean? We want to enjoy ourselves and go to every area. You know, we don't want to be restricted.
That's right.
Right now, you're restricted, and ain't too many places we can hide out there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, not on Conroe, especially not on South Wind. There ain't too many places to hide.
Nah.
All right, so we're up to 95 people. I guess my internet's running kind of slow. Chuck posted 95 a while ago, so you can post as many numbers as you want. 1 number per post. I seen some guys that were posting 15 numbers in one post. 1 number per. Hold on a minute. Hold up. Man, y'all telling me to shut up and let's go. Let me get the start point. I got to get a start point to be fair. Okay, so that everybody can start at the same time. All right. Now, when y'all see my post that say Steve giveaway, you can start entering your numbers, and we're gonna let it run for 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Yeah, man, I'm so ready for this weekend, man. Hey, let me tell you, I don't know if you've seen that pic that I put on Instagram.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that back end of my boat was just covered with big old slabs.
Man.
Everything 11 inches and above. I had some good fish this weekend.
You did.
Yes, sir. Yep.
You know what I'm going to do?
180s.
My next limit, I'm going to put them all on a stringer and just hold it.
You know what? I've seen some awesome pictures taken like that. Yep. I've seen some awesome pictures taken like that. And that's my problem, man. I'd be so busy to catch my next fish that I don't take time to pick good pictures for like thumbnails and stuff like that. I mean, I'll hold a fish in my hands and snap a picture of the fish. Every blue moon, I'll do a selfie.
Right.
But usually, all right, we're going to enter stop right here. We're going to spend 1 minute. And I got a jig that coming up soon. It's going to be super hot. You know what, Steve? I got so many of those platinums. I'm gonna do another platinum, 1 3/4 platinum. I need some help, and these baits are awesome.
Yep.
1 3/4 platinum, split tail, and you'll probably receive let me back out a little bit so you can see the whole jig. If I can find the camera, you'll probably receive about an equal amount. It'll be split tails or stinger tails. I didn't get an exact count of what we had. Steve gave me in that bag. And I'm going to do some painted jig heads with these also. And we still got people posting numbers, or is my computer running that slow?
No, they're still posting numbers.
Okay. The way we do it, y'all, you got to wait on that start signal. We got a starting line. That way we're fair. We want to be fair. We want the winner to actually win. Okay, SK.
You stopped at 10:38.
Yeah, that's why I've been typing it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the way this works, you can post multiple numbers, one number at a time, one number per post. And we go from start. I'm going to type in start right here. You can start as soon as you see that start. Type as many numbers as you want. We're up to 102 now.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, without a doubt. So let me write my number down. I didn't write my number down yet. I'm not looking at who typing what. So I got my number written down. And we got to do a giveaway also for you. Is that still available, Bluegill?
Yeah, it's still available.
Okay.
Nice bag of hand ties.
School bus.
From the school bus.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You know what? That's what I was thinking. I don't even have a school bus in this little pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make one tomorrow though for the giveaway. There'll be one in there tomorrow.
That's right.
I just thought about it.
I said I'll probably throw some of the school bus that you made for me too, Steve, in my little giveaway.
Oh, check this out.
All right, guys. We're at 1 minute mark for the SK giveaway. So I just entered stop numbers. And we won't start LBG's giveaway until you see the LBG giveaway start.
That's it. That's them guys right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when did you do those?
No, it's the last pack. I had to pull them out of the vault. I had them in the vault.
Wow.
That's the school bus.
You had them in the vault.
Yeah.
It don't get no
better. I
gotta
go lock them up. I gotta lock them up.
That's magic right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard the things not kind of hard to make, but it take a little minute to make them.
Hey,
it takes a while.
That's some work.
Yeah.
That's not a normal jig.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Hey, you did some good work on it too.
Yeah.
I put them see.
Oh
yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get LBG's school bus giveaway that was not claimed for last week. Wait until you see the start. You can enter as many numbers as you like, one number per post. And there's my start. Tell you what, right now, I complain about that every year. I know Bluegill know it. When these fish get on that pattern twist, they don't want you to move your jig, man. That absolutely kills me to sit there and hold that jig still.
Hold it still. That's what they want. You can sit there, switch it, pop it, jerk it, swing it. Hey.
Yep.
As soon as you set it down or hold it down somewhere, boom, they're gonna hit it. As soon as it gets still, right? I don't know what the cause is for that. Is the bait's not moving, or they don't feel like chasing?
My belief is that they are just sitting there, and all of them gut is about to burst.
Yeah, exactly.
They big gutted. So I just don't think they will chase a bait, but I don't think that majority of the time, I don't think they're in a chasing mode.
Chasing mode. That's right. What I'm thinking.
Yep.
Exactly what I'm thinking, because soon I'm talking about you can pop it, do this, You can set that pole down and get ready to do something else. Next thing you know,
Yep.
hey, you got a bite. Like I've been waiting
That's right.
for you to dig still for me to hit it.
Exactly. All right, guys. It's been a minute on LBG's school bus. I'm gonna enter stop right there. Guys, I'll tell you. I'm hoping that I can get this video done this weekend because it's those of you that follow me know that certain times of the year I'll just lay my rods over the front of my. It's sort of like spider rigging. It's just dead sticking, and just getting in the right depth, having your jig at the right depth with some type of structure. It don't have to be big structure. Yeah. And I use crappie nibbles, but some kind of scent will help.
Correct.
This trip, I started off single poling, then I went to 2 poles, and then next thing you know, I'm just barely swimming my jig, and then next thing you know, I got my rods laying on the front deck, and I mean I'm just. At one time, I was using 3 rods, bluegill, and one time I hit one fish. Before I could get him off the jig, I hit another one, and before I could get him situated, I had all 3 rods in the boat.
Hey. It seems like they hit when they hit. The response from the other fish like, "Hey, what's
Exactly.
going on?"
Yeah.
Yep. They going.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. Lots of fun.
It's a lot of fun. You know, we used to do that right there in the main lake, like a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's be my go-to spots. We go up there and do that, sit there all day long. Them fish be hitting hard. That
right there. If you're in a boat, you can't hold it still.
Just right. You can't.
But you need to hold it as still as possible.
Yeah. It's still moving.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Still moving.
A lot of people were asking me.
That's bluegill jig right there.
Monkey milk. That's a number 6. Milk. Number 6 on it. A lot of guys were saying how we hook them. It's a number 6.
Works the best.
Yep. J hook on there. Yep. 116. Yep. Number 6. So that way everyone sees how I hook them. 1/16, number 6.
Yeah. And it works.
Yeah, a couple guys been asking me about that.
Those hooks are strong.
Yep.
See if we had any other questions. Anybody got any other questions? I'm about out. All I can suggest is get out there every chance you get.
Did you do the giveaway, Ketchins giveaway too, or?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow night, Limits Tackle. We'll post it on Facebook what time. Basically, I'm gonna. Yeah, these are some of the colors I made today. For some people, I did this Tad Fry, brown and chartreuse, 30-pack.
Wow.
30-pack of pink and white tails.
Cool.
White and chartreuse, 30-pack. I did some black and chartreuse, 30 packs.
That's automatic right there.
And some copper with orange tails.
Yeah, I'm about to take a look at that. That's
and then a mix.
Pretty good.
I did a mix for him. He wanted a mix.
Yeah.
So I threw in a bunch of mixed stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the guys on your live. That's his order. And yeah, sorry about that. He's been waiting forever. I just been super busy. My Wi-Fi has been down for a week. So I'm going to be mailing a lot of stuff out tomorrow. They're going to come over tomorrow to fix it. So tomorrow, everyone's going to get tracking numbers tomorrow.
Yeah.
About 52 orders, tracking numbers on them. So, and then I have about 8 orders I got to knock out. And basically, I'm going to be closed till after spring break. So we're gonna come up with a new color tomorrow. So
yeah,
stay tuned. It's gonna be a crazy color tomorrow.
I'm gonna need some.
Red River.
Like a rainbow.
Red River, don't go out there and let Houston do you bad now.
It's probably gonna be windy there. One last sneak peek.
School bus.
I know a lot of guys haven't seen it.
Hey.
That's the school bus plastic. Last pack left, and I might even give this away tomorrow.
Sweet.
Hey, they gonna love them.
Yeah.
They gonna love them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. I got to do about an hour worth of stuff, and
okay.
I'm only working a half a day tomorrow, so it's a little easier.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks for all the support, everyone. Every Wednesday night, just come on down, man. Next weekend, if we get over 100 next week, I'm gonna give another rod away next week on SK's channel. So
hey, we got to bump that up now.
Yeah.
We've been consistently hitting 100. We need 150 now.
Yep, 150. Next time we hit 150, I'm gonna give a rod away.
Yeah,
so
I'll push it. I'll push it.
Yeah,
pretty
invite
hard.
your friends. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's show support. 150 is easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's. We've done. What's the most we had? 160.
160.
Yep. So let's do it, guys. Invite your friends and tell them about it. And chance to win a rod, man. You know what I mean?
And pick up on some great info, techniques, style.
Right. Yep. And then when I do go to Houston, I'm gonna give away a rod at the ramp to somebody. So, Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Somebody's gonna get a rod. I'm gonna bring a rod. Yep. And we'll predetermine who is it gonna be. And so thanks for all the support, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good evening. Be safe, number one. Wear them life jackets. That's number one.
That's right.
You know, you get on that water, wear your life jacket. You want to go home to your family, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and you want to come to the next live, so we want to see you on the live. You know,
and show off them big old slabs.
Tragedies happen. I've heard people, I'm the best swimmer in the world, but in that cold water, you know what I mean, it happens. So life
or you hit your head falling out of the boat.
Yep, exactly. So wear your life jackets, man. Number one.
It's a must. Yep.
And then kill them crappie.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Put your kill switch on your life.
Kill switch. Yep. So let's be safe out there.
I actually showed me wearing my kill switch on this video coming up. Yeah, I forget so much. Yeah,
that's good stuff, man. So all right, take care, guys.
All
right, Steve.
All right,
we'll see.
Take care,
we'll talk tomorrow.
All right, bye.
All right, later.
Hey, SK, we got a couple guys who say they're not on Facebook. They're trying to figure out how to get the jigs.
From me?
I guess
from Steve.
Ronald Hart in Ohio.
Send me an email and let me know you're not on Facebook, and I will get your contact to Steve. I'll get your contact info to Steve. SK, don't forget the S behind the K. Crappie Catching Adventures @gmail.com. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. SKS Crappie Catching Adventures @gmail.com. Glenn, let me say this. The bite is not slow. They're just wanting a slow presentation. You have to be paying attention to where you get bit at and get that jig back there. It's target specific right now. So I'll show in this video coming up. I've been hitting. I've used to always fish small stumps. It takes work to get that jig to that stump. But once you get in the area that you put that jig in the area that it needs to be, that's when you hold it still. So if I think you say you're bank fishing. No, you're just saying, how do you contend with the wind? Oh, the wind. Okay. I'm on a totally different subject. Find a protected bank.
That's it.
And what I mean by protected bank, the direction that the wind is blowing from, you need to be up against a bank from that direction. Or a wood line. Something has to block that wind to where you can present. And I also talk about jig weight. I was supposed to get into depth with that tonight. That don't look big, but let me tell you, that's a 5/16. That's a 5/16 ounce jig head. And that's what I've been using on these windy days. And I'll be for sure to talk about this in my upcoming video, because this right here means a lot right now. I think we talked about that a little bit last week. Right now, as we getting ready to have to, you're going to get out in the wind or you're not going to fish, right now, because these months that's coming up is getting ready to be really windy. There are ways to compensate for that.
You got to get that protected bank. You got to find it. Sometimes them banks, that wind is so bad to protect the banks, that wind will come around and protect the banks.
Yeah.
And, if y'all guys watch me on some of my videos, y'all see I paddle a lot. So I have to try to find a protected bank to get out that wind because that paddle and that wind, most time they win the wind. And it's gonna make me leave and go home. But I try to find a protected banks where I can sit there and target them fish because them fish still are biting. They still are feeding in that wind. So you just have to find your protected bank and find the fish at the same time. Because at the same time, it's about like a current. Them fish are running from the wind too to get out there because they don't want to be swimming so hard. It tires them out too because they're predator fish too, but there's other predator fish that's trying to eat them. So they're trying to stay out the wind so they can have enough strength. If some do come around, they can swim off and not be as tired and they couldn't swim off. So you gotta remember, hey, it's a lot of little odds and ends you gotta look at with the fish too.
Yep. Hey, Super Dave, I'm sorry I didn't see your question before Steve got out of here. I will tell you that you won't find it any cheaper. And that I need to get me some of that too, because this is a special type of brightness that Chartreuse Hackley got over there. You know, I got a little section on this video coming up to where it was a very cloudy day, so my unit was showing fairly decent. If the sun's out and I'm recording, I'll talk about my units. It look like they're turned off, but they're actually on. But the brightness from the sun prevents my camera from showing what I'm talking about on the unit. This video coming up, you can see it pretty decent. I may try to zoom in a little bit closer so that you can see, because I actually talk about that on this video. And I mean, it shows the fish. I mean, they show up like they don't draw a picture like live scope, but those little blobs that's down there, those are fish on the 2D traditional sonar.
Mm-hmm. They are.
They can. You can get pretty much anything you want on those hook sizes, Jarvis. Facebook is there. Okay. Yeah, send me that email. Is that who you're talking about, Gil?
Yeah. That's okay. Ronald Hart in Ohio 42.
Yeah. Red body, white stinger. Something to figure out that crappie can be. Hey, let me tell you. You got that right. You got that right. Without a doubt. Lucy Bayou? Okay. Hey, send me some pictures if you get on them. Yeah, it's been, I tell you what, it's been windy.
Very windy.
Yep. All right, Tony. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here. All you guys that are still here, man, I really do appreciate it. I said we're going to be on 2 hours, and here it is again. We're at the 2-hour mark. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen 104 tonight too, Dave. I'm going to see if I can't push it a little harder for next week. This dang old job I got, I mean, it's just been out of sight. It seemed like Wednesdays are the worst. I don't use Facebook. Okay. Yeah, hit me on send me an email and make sure in these emails you let me know who you are on here so I can put the two together, if you don't mind. If I don't win one of those giveaways, I'm gonna make an order. Cool. I don't know if you won, but that's awesome. Okay, I'll do that, Red River. All right, Slick. All you guys, man, I really do appreciate it. Mark, Catfish and Crappie, man, let me tell you, I really do appreciate you hanging out with us. I hope you picked up some strong support from being over here tonight. I know the feeling of that's just like Bluegill, too. I've been trying to get him boosted up. I'm trying to get him to post videos first. If I can get him to post some videos, I can help him grow his channel. But he don't want to post no videos.
I got to catch some fish first, y'all. Post
videos. Come on, man.
I can go out there and show y'all been out there bird watching all day.
You know what? At the beginning of my video from this past weekend, I'll talk about the birds. Man, I caught a couple fish early. But I'm sitting there working my jig, raising it up, lowering it down, doing all kind of crazy stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? And I changed colors a few times, and I'm like, well, at least it's a beautiful morning to be on the lake. You can hear the birds singing in the background. Hey, it's like that sometimes. But then you got to stop and realize, hey, it's something I'm not doing.
Something you're doing, you got to get on it.
But it was actually something that I was doing that was preventing me from getting bit. Louisiana. George Baker, appreciate it, buddy. Hey, he's always over here with us.
Yeah, he fishes Grand Bayou down there where me and my dad caught the radio at.
Yeah.
He fishes Grand Bayou down.
Super Dave, I'll get, if you're still here, I'll get that. We'll talk tomorrow on C.C. And I'll get you some of those. Super Dave is the one that was bringing up that old school gray.
I know. Yeah. That old school gray. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I feel for you guys up north. Angelo on that school bus. Without a doubt, Leslie. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Tony Cole. The split shot. Hey, I don't do that. My jig or sinker.
Jig, let it float down there. You have to use that split shot. That split shot, sometimes it'll overlap over top of that jig. It'll tie your line up a little bit. So try using just a single jig.
Yeah. Here's the reason why I don't use a split shot. Here's why I don't like using tandem also. I'll use a tandem spider rig, but I'm not looking for a feel. I'm looking for tension on the line. But on a split shot, if any of you guys haven't ever gotten bit while lowering your jig down, and it's usually just a little soft. I got a video that I need to post again. I was using a big old 3-inch bait with a 1/4 ounce head, and I was easing that jig down. And before I got that pole down, that big old slab crappie come up under there and knock fire from it. But if you got a split shot above your jig, you're going to miss that bite because that fish is going to come up under that jig while you're lowering it down. That's my analogy. I've had that analogy since I've been jigging, and there ain't nobody that's going to convince me I need a split shot above my jig. I may need a heavier jig, but I'm not going to need no split shot. Getting into crappie fishing, I do a lot of cat fishing, so I'm listening. Great now. Hey, I appreciate it. You came to the right place.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, man, I hate how do you see fish? Okay, we talked about that. Brush pile with 2D sonar.
Yeah.
I'll talk a little bit more about that in the video I got coming this weekend. Does the style of jig matter as much as the color? At times.
It does.
It's like what's name says just a while ago. I mean, it's a term that may hurt some feelings, but there are some women that need special care, and those crappie can be like that.
That's right.
Cool.
That's it. You got to try it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If you tried it.
Kenny, you ain't joking, man. And we over 2 hours again. It's a lot of fun talking crappie, dealing, with the questions and all of that. It's a lot of fun, but
yeah, I do fish after work and during the week sometimes. Who was that said that?
Yeah, I feel you, Vito.
Jarvis, I do fish like that. Doing work and after work sometimes.
Major Brown still in the house. Yes, sir. Miss Bertha's still hanging with us.
That's it. Everybody's still hanging.
Yeah, I'm going to try to have this thing done. I worked on it a little while today while I was at work. So I'm going to try it again tomorrow. And hopefully by Sunday, I'll be able to post it. it's going to be a lengthy video because I want to show a lot in it. I thought about doing part 1. I still may do part 1 and part 2 because I've been trying to upload in 4K right now. And let me tell you, that 16-minute video last week took about 6 hours. 6 hours to upload. Yeah, it was a long upload.
Yeah, come on, Joe. I'll be bird watching out there sometime, brother. What color you think?
Aqua head. Plain.
Plain lead.
Yep.
Plain lead head.
Bluegill. Yes, he does. Let me close this out right there. Right there. LBG Crappie Excursions. Let me turn that banner off. LBG Crappie Excursions. What you say, Blue? Tony say you got to crawl before you can walk.
All right. Hey, I'm still crawling. As we do these shows and live, I'm learning a lot of things too from y'all, from other fishermen. So I'm learning too. I've been fishing, man, probably since I was probably about 7, 8 years old. And I'm still learning in this crappie world with the electronics and just different people who fish different. I'm still learning. So I'm always crawling.
Yeah, we are in Texas.
Yeah.
Jarvis, it's like I said, I mean, you're gonna have to find some protection. Find a bank that's or wood line that gives you some protection from the wind.
Hey, Jarvis, check out some of my videos. Like I tell you, I fish with I got a 9.9 John boat, but I paddle. I don't have a trolling motor, so check me out. Matter of fact, I got a video I got to put together sometime this week. I'm gonna put together. You gonna see how hard the wind blows. My partner SK told, man, you go out there, you be all right. Man, that wind blowing so bad. I told myself, I don't know why I'm out here. I was catching fish, but
still catching fish.
The wind was blowing so bad, the trees on the bottom. I wasn't even looking up at the top of the trees. The trees on the bottom were blowing so bad. It was bad. It was bad. But you still can catch fish, but you got to, you know where you can go, how far you can go from your boat ramp. Don't go, if it's too bad, be safe for one thing. Don't go too far where you can't get back. And know which wind direction. If the wind direction blowing back to the boat ramp, you might be all right. But if it's blowing from the boat ramp, don't go too far. Or don't go at all. Because it's real. The wind can be bad.
Mm-hmm. You know, Broderick, I could have made that video 20, 25 minutes long and showed y'all some of them. I mean, I got on some really good fish. But I was like, man, you know what? They asked for the struggle. And you seen that I slung in 3 or 4 really good fish. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna end it right here. That's good enough. Because, I mean, it's hard. Even on that video right now, the average watch time on that video is like 7 minutes. And it's a 16-minute long video. So I've sort of gotten away from spending all that time and, you know, investing all that time into a, you know, 20 or 30-minute video, and you only get, you know, 6 or 7 minutes average watch duration. So that's why I didn't show all the catches in there. But to realize I don't. Of course you got something. You on here chilling with the crappie cats. Yep. I used to follow the bird. Exactly. Without a doubt.
Yeah. On the salt water, yeah.
Yeah. Always crawling.
You can call my new name, always crawling. Hey, I tell you.
Hey, LBG, hey, why you think he on this live? Not only is he a good dude, man, that dude be out there on it.
Hey, Leslie, I'm fishing both of them. Your question earlier, I'm fishing both of them.
Oh, yeah, I seen Byron post a while ago.
Oh, yeah,
man, what you doing coming here all late, man? It's my first post to see from you.
Yeah, he got in late. He must be at work. He probably at work knowing Byron.
Yeah.
He probably at work.
All right, guys, we getting ready to close this thing out. We over 2 hours again, Bluegill. Man, I sure appreciate you joining us tonight. And
anytime you have me, I enjoyed myself.
Everybody that's been here, man, I really do appreciate it. And we're going to close this thing out. And as I always say, we'll be back here next Wednesday Same time, same flavor.
Same flavor. That's it. Crappie.
Yep, without a doubt.
Different color jig, maybe. That's it.
All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next week. All right, Bluegill. We'll holler later. I gotta give Red River Rob a call because I know he got some strong stuff to talk to me about. We'll holler at you, brother. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
All right, everybody. All right, Camo Joe. All right, River. All right, SK.
All right, brother.
All right, later.
We'll talk later.
Simple.